Amidst a high decibel campaign, voting for phase 2 of the general elections is to take place tomorrow. The electorate in 88 constituencies across the country is going to cast its mandate. The BJP is looking at increasing its tally from the 303 to more than 400, while the United Opposition aims to thwart the ruling party's ambitions and plans. Several prestige battles are being fought down south. High-profile faces are contesting in Thiruvananthapuram, Wayanad, Bengaluru, and Bengaluru Rural, Mandya and Hassan, of course. In the Hindi heartland, we are keeping our eyes on the battle in Rajangaon, Amravati, Kota, Khajuraho, Gautam Budh Nagar, Meerut, Mathura and Rewa. Meanwhile, the BJP is hoping to retain Balurghat and Raiganj in West Bengal and is hoping for a hat-trick in Jammu. Before discussing the prospects of the political parties in this phase, let us take a look at how they fared back in 2019. And then, of course, I will be taking in our panelists who are going to be sharing their opinion on what's going to happen tomorrow as well. All right, 2019, 5 years ago, this is how the cookie crumbled in phase 2. Total seats so that will be voted upon are 88. Out of those 88, 50 are nominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party, 19 by the Congress. Of course, Rahul Gandhi is also going to be fighting, or in fact, be expecting his fortunes to be revived as a member of parliament from Wayanad in phase 2. Shiv Sena is going for 4, and the JDU is right now holding on to 4 of these 88 seats, which of course go to polls in the second phase tomorrow. And moving on, the BSP has 1, the IUML 2, the CPIM, once a formidable force in certain parts, is relegated at 1. So is the GDS in Karnataka, and of course the 6 others belonging to various other parties who could be in fact either be part of the NDA or the Indie Alliance. And this is exactly the full-on map. As you see, the orange color is dominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has, of course, has parts of Rajasthan, down south, the Hindi heartland, Madhya Pradesh, up north in the central, and of course towards the east as well. The BJP is, of course, also hoping that the 50 that they control right now is going to get scaled up to, of course, perhaps even 70 from what we gather. If you go by the numbers and the trends that came in from phase 1, this time, in fact, the voter turnout better be good. Otherwise, the plans that both the parties have made to woo voters could fall flat on their face. Of course, in Assam, the seats going to polls are 5 out of the total 14, out of which 2 are controlled by the Bharatiya Janata Party, 2 are with the Congress Party, and 1 is with another regional party. In Bihar, out of the 45 seats, again, are going to polls, and 4 of them are with the JDU, 1 is with the Congress. The BJP has a knot there. And in Chhattisgarh, 3 out of 11 go to polls tomorrow. The 3 that, in fact, are going to polls are already controlled by the BJP. 1 in 2019. They're hoping to, in fact, revive those fortunes again. Jammu and Kashmir, seats going to poll is 1 out of the 5 in Jammu and Kashmir, and that 1 is controlled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The seats going to polls in Karnataka, out of the 28, 14 are going to polls. 11 are, of course, with the BJP, 1 with the Congress, 1 with the JDS, and 1 with others. In Kerala, the seat going to polls is 20 out of 20. All of the 20 seats are going to be taken care of in Kerala. In the second phase, out of which the Congress Party is in control of 15. Rahul Gandhi is also, of course, contesting from Wayanad. The IUML has 2, the KCM 1, with the RSP 1, the CPIM again 1. The BJP drew a zilch in 2019. They are going to be looking to better that. In Madhya Pradesh, out of the 29 seats, 6 are up for polls, and no prizes for guessing. All of them are dominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. They will be looking for a repeat. 48 seats in Maharashtra, 3 with the Bharatiya Janata Party, 4 with the Shiv Sena, zilch with the Congress and NCP, and 1 with the others. This is obviously a battle which is going to be extremely interesting to watch and observe. Manipur, 2 seats. 1 is going for polls tomorrow. Like we said earlier on as well, Manipur, for a number of security reasons, only 2 seats, but there are 2 phases being administered for safety and security concerns. The 1 seat that is going to polls is already with the NPF. In Rajasthan, 13 out of the 25, a few of them have already gone to polls in the first phase. The 13 are controlled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The RLP and the Congress, of course, not much of a presence in Rajasthan. Tripura, 2 seats. 1 is going to polls tomorrow. That is controlled already or won by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Uttar Pradesh, of course, the big state, has 80 seats, the game changer, the kingmaker state as they call it. 7 of them out of the 8 that are going to polls in the second phase are controlled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Interestingly, the BSP has control of 1 of these seats. And of course, Mayawati has time and again said that this time their tally and their performance as compared to 2019 is going to be at a different plateau. Well, we'll have to wait and watch what the results bring in on the 4th of June. But so far, West Bengal, out of the 42 seats, 3 are going to polls, and 3 of these seats are with the Bharatiya Janata Party. According to political pundits, the BJP is definitely going to improve upon its tally of 18 that they got in 2019 and perhaps get as many seats as the TMC got in 2019, which is 23 to 24, if I'm not mistaken. Well, big battles in play, big battles tomorrow that we will in fact be taking you through one by one. Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, a senior journalist, is joining us on this conversation. Mithun Vijay Kumar, author and activist, with us on the program too. Dr. Syed Asad Abbas, senior political analyst, joins me on the show as well. Mr. Nikhil Jain, political analyst, also with us on the program. Rishi Bagri, political analyst, also joins us on the show. And last but not the least, Mr. Sandeep Chandra, political analyst, right by my side in the studio in NewsX. Dr. Abbas, I'll begin with you. A couple of big battles that are taking place, but the one that's going to be the most interesting is going to be the one between Mrs. Raja and Rahul Gandhi. You know, there is a lot of talk about how Rahul Gandhi has predominantly been absent from Wayanad. He has been more interested in Bharat Jodo Yatra, Bharat Nyaya Yatra, and has continuously ignored the people of Wayanad. Is that likely to show up when people are going to go and cast their mandate for or against Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party? What are the feelers that you are getting? Phase 2 is extremely important. Kerala, all of the 20 seats are going to be decided tomorrow. Your thoughts on this big battle that's coming up tomorrow?
Certainly, Vinitha. You know, with respect to Wayanad, I can assure you and guarantee you that Rahul Gandhi is winning hands down. Undoubtedly, Annie Rajaji is a very good leader. But the popularity that Rahul Gandhi enjoys in Wayanad, probably, of course, you know, from winning this seat with the 2 to 3 lakh votes, he will certainly win it by more than 1 lakh votes, and I can guarantee you on that front. Also, as a matter of fact, the 20 seats that we see in Kerala, of course, it is a very interesting battle. Something which I am also looking forward to is Shashi Tharoor versus we have Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji, the Union Minister. This is going to be a battle of the intellectuals, a very interesting one. But then again, I will give it to Shashi Tharoor because this man over the last 10-15 years has consistently worked in Thiruvananthapuram and it looks good for them. And also Kerala, I certainly saw a 0 figure for the Bharatiya Janata Party. I don't see them making any account opening here. So it's literally going to be a Dakshin Bharat Mukt BJP. Also coming to my state of Karnataka, there are about 14 seats that going into play. And of course, majority of which I will give it to the Congress party, and I'll tell you why. There is pro-incumbency for the Karnataka state government here. And all the respective leaders, be it the Bangalore North, South, Rural to Central, are all looking good for the Congress party. India bloc generally is going to take the pie away here. And the reason why is because here, it's not just the Modi wave that people are voting for. They're going to vote for the Siddaramaiah government along with D.K. Shivkumar and what good they have done. And let me tell you, the 5 schemes, the 5 guarantees of the Congress party have been a big hit. Nari Shakti, Yuvanidhi, Gruha Lakshmi, Gruha Jyoti, all of that has worked very well with respect to Karnataka state. And of course, West Bengal, from, like you said, sir, political pundits are definitely giving away for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But let me tell you, Didi, Mamata Banerjee, has also targeted her best players for those particular constituencies which were lost out in the last parliamentary elections held in West Bengal. And also, if you look at the overall scenario, even the opinion polls have been given 400 par to the Bharatiya Janata Party. This shows that there is a strong undercurrent against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Farmers agitated. Even if you take up the International Labour Organization report, 83% of urban Indian youth are jobless. There is absolutely no employment whatsoever here. We need to understand that today that even a Modi ji is resorting to communal politics by bringing in infiltrators, Ghuspetias, Muslims, Mangal Sutras, so on and so forth. There is absolutely no reason why. The Bharatiya Janata Party is focusing more on the Congress manifesto than speaking of their own. I think the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to speak of the Sankalp Patra which they are giving to the people, not the Nyay Patra of the Congress Party, which speaks of Nari Nyay, Yuva Nyay, Hissedari Nyay, Shramik Nyay. But this is all coming down to the plate that the Bharatiya Janata Party is rattled. Their internal survey report hasn't been really good with the phase one. That is why now the Bharatiya Janata Party, the tallest of leaders, are now resorting to Hindu-Muslim. Final 30 seconds, Vineet sir. The fact of the matter, I tell you, today the Indian voters, especially the millennial voters, the Gen Z voters, the new age voters are going to vote for education, are going to vote for employment, are going to vote for Vikas and progress, development in the real sense. Mere jumlebazi, mere Hindu-Muslim politics is absolutely not going to work well. Last time the Bharatiya Janata Party got 303 seats, and let me tell you, this time it is even going to be tough for them to get 250 seats. In Karnataka,
I'm very sure there are a number of people.
They're going to lose more than 20 seats.
I'm very sure there are a number of people who are itching to counter what you have said. I will get to them one by one, but for the sake of our audience, let me also remind you, like I already said, there are some high-stake battles that are taking place tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi is, of course, up from Wayanad. Mr. Shashi Tharoor from Thiruvananthapuram. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar is also from Thiruvananthapuram against Mr. Shashi Tharoor. BJP Tejasvi Surya from Bangalore South. Hema Malini from Mathura. Arun Govil, who played Ram in Ramayana, is from Meerut. Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar's brother D.K. Suresh is contesting from Bangalore Rural, and former Karnataka Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy himself is going to be fighting it out from Mandya. Mr. Chandra, there is not really a question in my mind, but Dr. Abbas, is he undermining the BJP's winnability and their prospects in this Lok Sabha elections, or do you think that perhaps an overemphasis has been laid to what the BJP can achieve and what they have achieved in the past?
Viniji, good evening. It's lovely to be on your show. You are one of the sharpest anchors in the country. Now diving straight to your question. You see, the speaker before me, he is, I think, living in some cuckoo land, because what is going to happen, it is not a question of BJP winning or losing. It is a question of record-setting margins. Mr. Modi has turned out to be the best Prime Minister the country has ever seen. I'll stick my neck out and probably will ever see. In Karnataka itself, BJP has done a very intelligent thing. They have given a free hand to Mr. Yediyurappa. He is the topmost Lingayat leader, and even Vakalingas are with him. You will find, he was talking about D.K. Shivkumar. D.K. Shivkumar's brother D.K. Suresh is going to lose hands down from Bangalore Rural. You will find Rahul Gandhi has got an uphill climb in Wayanad, because he, you see, has got this inheritor kind of syndrome that, I, me, myself, our family is going to rule. You have on a broader context, when Mr. Modi goes abroad, the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese calls him, "You are my boss." In G7 Hiroshima, the American president, supposed to be the most powerful man on the planet, his position, he walks across, greets Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi goes to Papua New Guinea. The president touches his feet. Why? Because he has brought India onto the top focus in the world. It is, all eyes are on India, and the kind of Atma-Vishwas, the self-respect, which is priceless. In the value of the Indian passport has gone up 100 times. BJP is going to, is inching towards the most record-breaking win. You will find stunning results. People are sick, and I would like to remind that it was Rahul Gandhi's grandmother Indira Gandhi who converted the whole country into a jail by imposing emergency. And if he wants to go on Nyay Yatras, he should first get Nyay for the, hundreds and, thousands of Sikhs who were killed on the streets of Delhi when Mrs. Gandhi died. Riots break out, Congress gundas were let loose, and still justice has not been done. So all this thing about Nyay, etc., is, putting, wool over people's eyes. The main thing is this. Yesterday only, Viniji, the CEO of this big company, in the US, he said, and I quote, I'm forgetting the name of the company.
JP
right
Morgan.
Now. Sorry?
JP Morgan.
JP Morgan, he hit the nail on the head. And he said that it is only because the policies of Mr. Modi, the top person, makes a difference, that 400 million Indians have been plucked away from the, below the poverty line to above the poverty line. So this is what we are talking about. And let me tell you this one thing more. Whether it is abrogation of Article 370, whether it is declaring triple talaq illegal, whether it is the construction of the Bhavya Ram Mandir, if Mr. Modi was not the Prime Minister, abrogation of Article 370 wouldn't have happened. If Mr. Modi was not the Prime Minister, triple talaq wouldn't have been declared illegal. And above all, if Mr. Modi was not the Prime Minister of this country, Ram Mandir wouldn't have been built. So what are we talking about? Congress used to taunt every time when election comes, BJP brings up Ram Mandir. Do you want Ram Mandir or you don't want Ram Mandir? And if they are so sure about the facts, let them put in their manifesto that if they come in power or not, they are never going to come in power, that they will again have Section 371. And also, the last thing, where is the question of Rafale, Mr. Malhotra? Rafale is a dead issue. You were jumping over the roof, like a cat on a hot tin roof. Rafale. Why haven't you brought up Rafale?
With the Chaukidar Chowra campaign. Okay. All right. Let's also get in a dipstick check from Mithun Vijay Kumar as well. Mithun, what do you think is likely to transpire in Kerala? There's some high stakes battle that's taking place. The Congress obviously has had an upper hand in this part of the country. What does your assessment tell you of what's going to be retained? What grounds are going to be broken? Shashi Tharoor, is of course fighting a formidable force here. The BJP, as we know, has been pushing through all the gates that the opposition has held in southern India for a very, very long time, with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister taking deep interest, profound interest on how to woo the voter of, South India. But has it worked? Has it shown up on ground? You live there. Please give us, some sort of a reflection on what might happen.
Yes, Vineet. First of all, coming to the first part of your question, the battle between Shashi Tharoor and Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar. I think Rajiv Chandrasekhar is giving a very tough competition in Trivandrum, and as you can see, the support of communities, especially the Christian communities, the minority communities, it's all coming in favor of BJP, and that's going to make a big difference in these in this election, especially in Trivandrum. Now you see Wayanad, we were discussing about Wayanad. Wayanad has traditionally been a Congress stronghold. Ever since the constituency was formed, it has been always a Congress favoring constituency. So that's the reason why Rahul Gandhi is contesting from there. The actual question that we should be asking is, why is not Rahul Gandhi contesting from Amethi? Because Wayanad is a safe seat. Even if, anybody, I'm just saying that, any one of us contesting from a Congress ticket in Wayanad has a higher chance of winning in Wayanad. That's the political scenario of Wayanad. Now, coming to the actual things that Rahul Gandhi has done for Wayanad. He is part of the District Development Coordination and Monitoring Committee, which is supposed to hold its meeting almost 4 times a year. And in this entire period, Rahul has attended hardly a few meetings. So there are plenty of things that Rahul is supporting regarding the man-to-animal conflict. Is there any initiative taken by Rahul Gandhi? Out of his 8 parliamentary speeches, he has made reference to Wayanad only once. So that's the kind of attention Rahul is giving to Wayanad. And still, I'm saying that he has a higher chance of winning because it has been a traditionally Congress favoring seat. But actual development that he as an MP has done for the state for the constituency is close to zero, is what I would say. See, it's very important for a government system to support the aspirations of people, and in this regard, I would say Modi has definitely instilled hope, especially among the people of Kerala. And we know for sure that Prime Minister is someone who is known for the politics of development and everything. Take the example of Vande Bharat, and compare it with the Silver Line project of Kerala that never materialized. The K phone, it never materialized. So here we have only promises, but nothing can be seen materializing. You go to the supply co stores, they don't have the essential food items. You go to the RTO, they don't have the money to courier your driving license. So Kerala is reeling under severe financial crisis, and there is complete financial mismanagement. Even the state government's false narrative that the center is not supporting us, even that is getting exposed. Even the Supreme Court had denied any interim relief for Kerala. So the state fails miserably in critical areas like employment creation, management of public finance, and delivery of economic services. Even local self-government bodies are struggling to make payments to contractors. And underutilization of labor among the educated working class. That's one of the biggest issues that we are facing. We have failed to generate profits from public sector enterprises. Even the KSRTC, they haven't paid salaries to their employees. They are paying it on installment basis. And KSFE, it's an enterprise which has a liability of 3,700 crore. And because of the corruption and the changing governments, LDF and UDF, many government projects, many infrastructure projects have faced heavy loss. You take, for example, the Kallada irrigation project in Kollam. It took almost 43 years to complete the project, which was initially supposed to be completed in 6 years. So the time overrun is kind of 600%, and the cost which went up by 5,000%. So that's the kind of problem that Kerala has faced with the changing governments, with the UDF and LDF. So now the state is looking for a change, and they want the politics of development, and they want to see some change here. So I definitely believe that BJP is going to make a big change in this election, especially in Kerala. Vineet.
Okay, before I in fact go to Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, Dr. Abbas wanted to respond to some of the comments that were made by Mr. Chandra. Go ahead, Dr. Abbas.
Yes, Mr. Chandran, with all due respect, sir, I do not live in Kukuland. I live in the land of Karnataka. And it is very easy to sit in a studio and make such comments. The fact of the matter is, you mentioned that DK Suresh is going to lose. I, on NewsX, one of the largest networks in India, tell you that DK Suresh is winning more than 1 lakh. If my prediction comes true, will you accept my challenge, sir? If you lose this bet against me, will you agree that you will never appear on NewsX? And if I lose, I will never appear on NewsX.
No, let's not get into that.
I'm rooted.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into ego battles. Let's be pragmatic, Dr. Abbas, and let's play on facts.
Let me tell you, we need some.
Yeah.
The gentleman there he is disconnected from Karnataka, so he's making such comments as Kuku land. Respected sir, you are in a Kuku land, not me. I live here. I know the ground reality.
Let him finish, sir. Let him finish.
Therefore,
go on.
So therefore, you need to be a lot more careful. Understand. Come to Karnataka, Nammuru, Bengaluru, and then you can go ahead with your Kuku land or Duku land, whatever you want to say, sir.
Okay, all right. Mr. Himanshu Bhatt. Yeah, 1 second, I'll come to you, sir. Mr. Bhatt, how do you look at the situation? Obviously, ground realities aside, the point is that both the Congress and the BJP have pluses going into phase 2, and they also have challenges. But the point is that how has the outreach from both the parties differed, to the constituents as well as the people who are going to be out there tomorrow from both the BJP and the Congress party when it comes to the addition that they have made as compared to 2019?
I'll tell you one thing. We had Karnataka state elections not so long ago. And on ground, there were voters in quite a few places in Bengaluru itself who were saying, when it comes to nation, we'll vote some way. This time we are voting for Congress. That will solve so many things, what has been going on right now. But besides that, what I find is elections are getting interesting now. Last 2 days, the hidden agendas are coming out. And as the hidden agendas come out, people get to know more and more about political thinking. And that is what is becoming clear with people. As far as Karnataka is concerned, whether people like it or not, people believe it or not, what is seen on the ground in sections of people, there is going to be this love jihad issue, which is going to play a big role at the last moment tomorrow. I can foresee that. I can definitely foresee that. Because it was a Congress corporator and his daughter. And he has to come out on a national TV and say that. What does it reflect? That's one incident. Second incident, in Karnataka, if you see the history, you go back to Ramakrishna Hegde and see, Ramakrishna Hegde was dismissed by Indira Gandhi and people brought him back in the state. But the same people voted for Indira Gandhi when it came to national. So Karnataka is a very, very clear mandate you are going to get. That's for Karnataka. As far as Kerala is concerned, I have a very strong feeling and a definite say that there are going to be 2 to 3 seats where BJP is going to make dent. Yes, Rahul Gandhi would win hands down. No problems about that. But there again, there is a catch. There is a caveat there. This time around, CPM, LDF has very clearly said, we are not going to enter into a friendly contest in Kerala. We are going to fight. And that's why Mrs. Jani Raja will give a very, very tough fight. But Tiruvananthapuram, Thrissur...
But Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, let's not forget that in 2019, Rahul had a massive margin of 4.3 lakh votes.
Yes, I do believe. And that's why I said, he's going to win hands down.
He lost
No doubt
Amethi,
about
but,
that.
he made up for that in Wayanad. So let's not underestimate him.
No, we are not understanding. I'm saying he is going to win. He is going to win. But that win is not going to be that of 4 lakhs. Because this time, LDF is going to fight that. Last time around, see, it's been happening in Kerala that despite having 12% vote share, a saffron party could not get a single seat there. You need to understand that. And so, that was basically because of tactical voting. In certain places, it used to be LDF vote, they used to get converted into UDF vote, where they feel the saffron party would win in the three-way corner, three-corner contest. So that has happened. But this time around, it looks like people are looking for development. People have started believing in Narendra Modi. And so, I will not be surprised if that vote share surges to 20 to 25%, giving them 2 to 3 seats. Like I mentioned, Thrissur hai, or Tiruvananthapuram hai, or Patanamthitta hai, where Anil Anthony has very clearly said he had just one job. I'll tell you an inside story. Anil Anthony had just one job to go and meet all the church people and nothing else. There used to be a concentration of Christian voters, 25 to 30% in every constituency at an average, that used to vote, never vote for BJP, but quite a few of them have decided to do so. Well, results 4th of June we will know. I'm not here to put on bets or anything. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. And as a tactical move, Congress has played their game smart. After the voting is finished tomorrow in Wayanad, Gandhi family will go and file their nominations in Amethi and Raebareli, both places. That I'm saying now.
Okay, all right. Rishi, let's hear it from you as well. How are you, looking at the chances that the Congress party is looking to avail in Kerala, and how are you looking at some of these key contests, even the one in which Rahul Gandhi is hopefully confident that he's going to win, and of course a number of seats from Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, which the BJP is definitely confident they will repeat.
Hi Vinit, nice to hear from you. The thing is very clear that if you go in Kerala, the vote share of the BJP is rising. Last time it was around about 15% NDA vote share, more than 15%. And now I think they are targeting many constituencies where their votes are very high. I mean, there are more than 10 constituencies where they have polled more than 1 lakh votes in 2019, and there are more than 5 to 6 constituencies where they have voted more than 2 lakh votes. So now this 2 lakh, 3 lakh vote will be on the margin of winning the victory. So this is how I feel that 1 or 2 seats can be open up. They are I think they are very much fighting at least 5 to 6 seats where they will be either number one or either number two. So this 5, 6 seats where in 2019 they were getting more than 2 lakh votes. Definitely, that is their focus area. So I think that Kerala will give a opening for the BJP this time. Now, my friend was saying that BJP will get wiped out from the southern part of India. I mean, he should update himself that BJP is the largest party in the Lok Sabha even in 2019, and it is going to add more seats because of the opening of the Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is definitely open for the NDA this time. So that is one thing which we need to understand. Then you see the seriousness of the opposition parties. I mean, those people who had a joint rally in Ranchi, how many of them are fighting? Sonia Gandhi is not fighting, Priyanka Gandhi is not fighting, Kharge ji is not fighting, Jairam Ramesh, Supriya Sinha, your Pawan Khera, Srinivas, who is a youth president of the Congress, he is not fighting. Lalu Tejaswi from the RJD is not fighting. Then your Sunita Kejriwal, who is the current face of the Aam Aadmi Party, she is not fighting. All the top leaders on the left, you see Sitaram Yechury, D. Raja, Prakash Karat, Brinda Karat, they are not fighting. Uddhav Thackeray, Aditya Thackeray are not fighting. Sharad Pawar is not fighting. So who is fighting? I mean, they are there to give speeches on the united opposition rally, but they are not fighting election. And you see the numbers of seats which has been fought by the Congress is at all-time low. I think they are fighting somewhere around 280 seats, and 330. They haven't announced yet. They said
we'll fight 330. That's all.
Yeah, but they have just announced 280 seats. So whatever they have announced, we are just discussing that. So even you assume 300 seats, and they have a strike rate which is going down perpetually in a secular downturn. Right now, their strike rate was last time it was 12%. Now 12%, you're fighting a 300 seats. You will be getting a tally of 336. Only solace they are getting right now कि देखो बीजेपी का जो ओपिनियन पोल आ रहा है उसमें वो 400 क्रॉस नहीं कर रहे. That's the only solace they are getting. Even the 370, 360, 380 numbers are big numbers. You need to understand. So if you are deriving that solace, the BJP was not able to cross 400 seats, and you are getting quite happy about it, and I can't say anything more than that.
Okay, Mr. Chandra wanted to come in. Mr. Chandra, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Malhotra, I would like to point out that, for instance, now talking about South, take Tamil Nadu. BJP today has got one of the best presidents, K. Annamalai, former IPS officer, who along with Mr. G.K. Vasan, who happens to be one of my best friends and running a party called the Tamil Manila Congress, and other allies, they are doing very well. You now look at West Bengal. I can stick my neck out that people of West Bengal are fed up of this Trinamool percentage Congress. What they are now focusing is on, you see, on the big national picture. Thirdly, what has happened is this, that Mr. Modi has said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, but minority appeasement not at the cost of the majority interests. You will find I can give you in writing today, Mr. Malhotra, you are a very intelligent man, that in West Bengal, BJP will get more seats than Trinamool Congress. Now, even coming to Kerala, each and every seat is very important for Mr. Modi. It is not like Congress you take for granted. Difference today between BJP and Congress is this, that BJP, it is a foregone conclusion that BJP is going to form the government. Mr. Modi will, unfurl the national flag August 15 from Red Fort, but it is for BJP. BJP wins by how many seats, and for Congress loses by how many seats. Look at the state of Congress, one of the biggest states in the biggest state in the country, 80 Lok Sabha seats from Uttar Pradesh. You have surrendered Uttar Pradesh. Where are you? I can't count on my fingers how many seats Congress is fighting from Uttar Pradesh. You run away to Wayanad, you run away here and there. This is not the way. You should have said, okay, I am going to fight from Amethi and Amethi alone, win or lose. That is the game of politics. Mr. Modi has come from Gujarat, but his Karam Bhumi is Uttar Pradesh, his Janam Bhumi is Gujarat. And you look at the kind of development which has happened in Varanasi. Today, India is become the focal point for the whole world. It is laser focused. Why? Because the person at the top makes the difference. Today, BJP is a lean, mean fighting machine with a tiger called Mr. Modi leading it. There is a saying that an army of tigers led by a jackal will defeat, will lose to an army of people led by a tiger. So the difference is the man on the top. Mr. Modi is micromanaging and macromanaging the country. Today he has got reports on every ministry, who is working how many hours, what did we promise and what is delivered. Mr. Modi is a man who under promises and over delivers, and you can see it from the historical steps: abrogation of Article 370 at the cost of repetition, making triple talaq illegal, construction of the Ram Mandir. Whatever he says, he does, and he's the man who takes the bull by the horns. Not only does he take the bull by the horns, he overturns it.
Okay, all right, Mr. Bhatt. The Congress obviously has been riding its fortunes on South India. Do you think that the cutting edge effort that the Bharatiya Janata Party has shown in the last few years with Prime Minister Modi's outreach and the Home Minister, regularly going to southern states, is going to have an impact on, whatever the Congress vote share and vote bank has been in South India?
Yes, it will have a definite impact. I'll tell you something. See, in last Lok Sabha, in 2019, BJP, despite being the single largest party in the southern states, had 29 seats. I'll not be surprised if it increases about 15 to 20 in number to that. Now, that is the basic result of frequent visits of Narendra Bhai and Amit Shah to Tamil Nadu and parts of Kerala, Karnataka, and even Andhra and Telangana. See, the entire Ram route, as it is called, Ram Path, 7-10 days before Ram Mandir was inaugurated, Narendra Bhai visited those places. That is the time when the people of certain sections, which were deprived from last 40-50 years, they had forgotten what Sanatan is. They always believed in Dravidian politics, but they forgot their roots, and that came back. And along with that, if you see a 39-year-old IPS officer leaving a job and coming on a mission in a state like Tamil Nadu, people can see that charismatic figure. Because Tamil Nadu has a tendency. I have lived there for 5-7 years, and I know. They have a tendency, people have a tendency of larger than life figures. You take the case of M.G. Ramachandran of AIADMK, you take the case of Karunanidhi, you take the case of Jayalalitha, that's cult following, That is the tendency in Tamil Nadu. You will be surprised in the college elections in a place like Chennai. In my time, there used to be elephant. Candidates used to come and canvass on elephants. That is the type of thing. And that fervor is very heavy. And people follow in cult. And so when Annamalai started its yatra from the southern part of Tamil Nadu, as they call it, Ramanathapuram, that is Rameshwaram and Kanyakumari, you should see the response. The people. And then the frequent visits of Narendra Bhai has established a faith in their mind.
Okay.
That Sanatan can be back. And on top of that, when you hear the ruling party there, DMK, saying we will eradicate Sanatan. So it's something, rings the alarm bells in the
That's
people.
A good point that you bring up. Mithun, do you
and
think
similarly, in Karnataka, why I mentioned that in one sentence I mentioned, since last 7-10 days, you are finding a section of people really gathering up and saying, this love jihad cannot be tolerated. And that has the vibrations in Karnataka and Kerala also. Because there again, there have been many cases like Kerala files, if you see, you will find many cases, and that is irrespective of the community. Hindu community and Christian community both have been the sufferers.
That's a good point that you bring up, Mr. Bhatt.
So these things are going to work out.
Let me
They'll
rope in
play on the
Mithun also.
ground.
Yeah, let me rope in Mithun also into what you have said. Mithun, what kind of a backlash do you assess has been spread because of the anti-Sanatan Dharma rhetoric and politicization?
See, we need the anti-Hindu narrative that you can see, especially in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, that has affected the Hindu voters for sure, especially the DMK, minister Udayanidhi Stalin saying that Sanatan Dharma should be is like mosquitoes and it should be eradicated. So it's like malaria and it should be eradicated. Then the Kerala speaker, making a statement against Lord Ganesha. The CPM party questioning whether Lord Ganesha is a myth or a reality. But on the other hand, they say that, the Muslim belief is fine. So that kind of, stepmotherly treatment towards Hindus is something that you can see in the South. And that is definitely going to show up in these elections. But more than that, the alliance itself, if you see, they are fighting against each other in Kerala, if you see. Annie Raja is actually contesting against her prime ministerial candidate, which means what is the alliance and what kind of, understanding do they have between them? They are actually trying to fool the people of Kerala. If you see, in some places, Congress party is accusing CPIM of unholy alliances with BJP. So on one hand, you announce that they are your alliance partner, and on the other hand, you don't trust them. So this is a problem that the India alliance is going to face, especially in Kerala and even in other southern states. But there is no doubt that the vote share of BJP is going to go up, especially in Wayanad, where the BJP state president itself is contesting. Then Calicut, Pathanamthitta, Trivandrum, and even in places like Malappuram, where there is a significant vote share, Muslim vote share. So the thing is that BJP is definitely going to make a big difference in the South this time compared to 2019. There is no doubt in that. Anyone analyzing the Southern politics would definitely understand there is anomaly factor in Tamil Nadu. In Telangana, if you see, the vote share has almost doubled compared to the previous assembly elections. In Andhra, they have made alliance with GDP and I'm not getting the name of the party. No, it's Janasena. I mean, there is a
Pawan Kalyan's party, na?
Yeah, Pawan Kalyan's party. Yes.
Yeah.
So these alliances are definitely going to work in favor of BJP in the South, and their vote share and the number of seats that BJP is going to score from the South is definitely going to be high. But speaking about Congress's, performance, focusing Wayanad, this is something that we have been discussing. So there are a few things that people of Wayanad actually want to ask Rahul Gandhi. When, the national average of parliament attendance is 70 for a parliamentary member, Rahul Gandhi's percentage is only 50%. So doesn't he believe in parliamentary democracy? He speaks about unemployment, agrarian issues and all this, but how many private bills has he introduced in the parliament? And what intervention has he done to improve the infrastructure of the medical college in Wayanad, where, there are plenty of issues. Almost 8 people died because of animal attacks. They don't even have the facilities for preliminary treatment. There is, what has he done for the ban on night travel? For the Nanjangud-Nilambur railway line, what intervention has Rahul Gandhi made? And what intervention has he made to, remove any of the night travel bans in that area? So these are issues that people want to ask. On the other hand, what Center has done is, they have identified Wayanad as out of the 117 districts identified from 28 states. Wayanad is the only aspirational district in Kerala, which means the center is actually collaborating with the state to implement various projects targeting health, nutrition, education, agriculture, water resource management, financial inclusion, skill development, etc. But when it comes to implementation at a localized level, the state has a bigger role to play, and we know that the LDF government is completely into scams, gold smuggling,
Rishi,
dollar smuggling.
Yeah, and Rishi, that is the obfuscating as well as the confusing, or rather the worrying aspect of the India alliance as well. They're with each other on certain aspects and they're against each other on certain aspects. And how do they expect people for people not to see these disparities?
The problem is that the chemistry between the Congress and the India alliance partners is completely missing. They are there just to remove Modi. That's the only focus point. Afterwards, we don't know what's going to happen. What will happen if they win? They will start fighting among themselves. We have seen today there was a very disturbing video of Unnao where we have seen that where we have seen that that Priyanka Gandhi's bodyguards were throwing out Samajwadi Party workers from the dais in Unnao. And in left and means we have seen the bad blood among between the left and Congress party in Kerala. I mean, where they are accusing each other as the BJP B team, who are out to sabotage each other's campaign. And now left is desperate also. Left want to regain its national the status, national party status, and it needs basically seats from Kerala. Last time it got decimated. So again, there's a swing nature of the state is also there. So they want to capture the swing. That is the reason they won't be giving that much the head way they have given in 2019. Because I mean, Congress cannot keep on growing on left space, and left cannot cede that ground. It also need to be stay relevant. So that is one thing. In Bengal, you come back and you see what's happening with the Mamata Banerjee and Congress. I mean, they are actually literally fighting with each other. Mamata has actually refused to recognize left and the Congress as the India alliance partners in West Bengal. So this is what's happening with them, and you can imagine how the things are going on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how the things are going on, because we have seen in Maharashtra also, even Congress was one of the largest party. It is the only party which is left in Maharashtra, and still it got one of the lowest shares in Maharashtra. Shiv Sena, which is a depleted force. I mean, Uddhav Shiv Sena have actually got 23 seats, 21 seat or 22 seats. And Congress is fighting 16, 17 seats, below the Shiv Sena count. So you can imagine how the things are going on. So I mean, again, I'm saying that Congress is fighting one of the lowest seat, and how can it dislodge someone like BJP? They don't have their own people fighting. They don't have their. This is the first time they will be voting. Their high command will be voting to some other party in New Delhi, because New Delhi constituency has gone to Aam Aadmi Party, where Mr. Somnath Bharti is fighting. They won't be able to give vote to the Congress party, the Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, the high command of the Congress. So you can imagine this is a very pity situation for the Congress right now.
Right, Mr. Chandra. The Congress party, a lot of pundits have slated that is going to in fact be rendered with a lesser of an output and outcome than they did in 2019. A, do you concur with that assessment? And B, do you think that the India alliance and the way it was in fact forged, at the time it was forged, there was nothing right with it, and that's the reason why we see these splits wide open. One of them, of course, in Bengal, which Rishi just spoke of.
Viniji, exactly two very great questions from you. You see, the first thing is this, that Congress is facing a crisis of existence, and people are saying the difference between Congress and BJP. I'll give you one example, which is very pertinent. BJP believes in course correction. The man at the top makes the difference. You see what happened in Chhattisgarh, change of CM. What happened in Madhya Pradesh, change of CM. What happened in Rajasthan, change of CM. If it was the Congress party, you would have had Ashok Gehlot. He said, no, I don't want to become AICC, I don't want to contest, I don't want to be a official candidate for AICC presidentship. There are two factions in Rajasthan, pulling down each other. So Congress you forget about, aspirations of forming the government. Congress is facing, it has to get over this crisis of existence. There are many power centers. When you see Mrs. Gandhi asked for votes on her name, and she made a Angutha take, puppet Prime Minister called Manmohan Singh. Mr. Modi said that every vote for BJP is a vote for Mr. Modi. if instead of Mr. Modi, some Popatlal would have been made PM, you would have seen people's reaction. Now coming down to your main question, that you see what is going to happen in the elections, I see complete rout of the India Alliance. India Alliance is, working at cross purposes. Nobody is listening to anybody. Everybody wants to play the big uncle or the big boss, and you will find that it is going to get routed very badly, and you will find whether it's charts of power or not, BJP will have the best ever performance, and there is no vacancy from the position of Prime Ministership. 2029 till 29, Mr. Modi is the Prime Minister. God willing, even after that, because he enjoys excellent health, he is very sharp. He is micromanaging and macromanaging the country, taking it to unprecedented great heights.
Absolutely. Mr. Bhatt, the Prime Minister, as well as his appeal, how formidable has it been in terms of its impact? And, leaders like Mr. Annamalai also, how have they in fact leveraged the Prime Minister's image and been able to translate that mission and that vision, be it Viksit Bharat or Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, to South India?
See, it's very simple. One easy thing for Narendra Bhai is he doesn't have an opponent of his stature. There's not a single leader in the opposite side who has the guts and gumption. Plus, the type of connect that Narendra Bhai has with the people. No leader from opposition is able to do that. And here, he speaks with vision, with clarity, and he shows you the roadmap. Now, when that happens, some of his trusted lieutenants that we call it, trusted soldiers, like as you mentioned the name of Annamalai. I'll say, starting from Mr. Jaishankar onwards and Amit Bhai onwards, you have people in number who know exactly what to say, when to say, where to say, and how to say it. Now, it's that basic English grammars, what, when, how, where, we learn in journalism very, very early. And that these people have been doing it correctly. And on top of that, they are delivering it. It's something like this. When you say that we have become fifth and we'll become third, and when people see that with their own eyes, people tend to believe it. See, the southern parts of India were always much industrialized than the certain northern parts of India. Last 50, 70 years, nobody took that trouble to show it to them. But what is happening? Narendra Bhai is going there, they're reviving. He is reviving with their help. See the Singal. See the Rampath, where the importance of the place is highlighted at the right time to the right people. And when that happens, people tend to listen to you.
All right, Mr. Bhatt, we have unfortunately run out of time, but definitely a lot of action to be seen tomorrow, and we'll be covering it all for you right here on NewsX. The coverage is going to start from 7 a.m. and all the way till 10 p.m. tomorrow. I would like to thank all my guests for being a part of this insightful conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.